Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
And this is why I've always said that I do not have a problem with athletes taking control over their own careers. Because the NFL owners, the NFL GMs, the executives that are in place, they treat it like it's a business. And because they treat it like it's a business with the players, I mean, come on. We've seen players in the NBA get traded during a game. If that doesn't tell you what the state of professional sports has always been, then I don't know what to tell you. And all college athletics ever was free, and I mean this, a free farm league for the NFL, the NBA. I mean, come on, doesn't anybody remember the bone that Roger Goodell threw the NCAA, which, by the way, Terrell Pryor just lost his case. But does anybody remember when he was the quarterback and he got suspended for 6 games? And he just said, okay, well, I'm going to do what Coach Tressel did, and I'm going to go to the NFL. And Roger Goodell said, oh, no, you're not. He didn't punish Tressel, but he punished him. Said, you can't play for 6 games. Then he said, oh, well, I'll meet with him, and we can find out then, blah, 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 blah. Come on, get serious. It upsets me because people really think that the NFL suspended Coach Tress when he was with the Colts. No, they didn't. He did it himself, and it was the most meaningless suspension of all time. He was still there in practice. You know, he just couldn't be on the field on like Saturdays. I mean, it was just like a bunch of little things that he couldn't do with the football team, but he was still there and present most of the time. And it was self-imposed. And the Colts said, hey, if he wants to do it, then he can go right on ahead. It was never a matter of the NFL going, we need to send a message about coaching too. That if you feel like you have to jump ship because the team is sinking because of allegations, then we're not going to allow that. But they did it to football players, though. Sent a big-time message. As long as that is the league that we are living in, as long as that is the world that we are living in, then I need everybody to stop complaining and calling these people overpaid crybabies. They're not overpaid crybabies. Do you understand that these athletes literally keep entire communities running? If the Brewers and the Bucks left Milwaukee tomorrow, that town would probably crumble. You guys think that it's all overpaid millionaires. It's not. Do you understand that because Giannis exists, that somebody can park your car, somebody can punch your ticket, somebody has a job almost year-round cleaning. And if they're working for the Bucks, they're probably working for the Brewers, so they're probably working basically all year round. They've always got guaranteed work. People that have local food venues inside of these stadiums, the local bars that are outside of the stadiums and inside the stadiums. Buffalo Wild Wings would cease to exist if sports stopped tomorrow. Do you know how many employees that would be? Do you realize how many people would be out looking for work if all those sports shut down tomorrow? You guys think it's all players and coaches. It's not. Do you know how many assistants to an assistants there are? The videographers, the photographers, the broadcast journalists, the sports journalists, the local talk radio people. Across the landscape, we're literally talking about an economy crash worse than anything, believe it or not, that we've seen so far. It is because some of these collegiate programs exist that these towns continue to thrive. What do you think Auburn would be without the Tigers? Just a school. What do you think Tuscaloosa would be without Alabama, especially the football team? Just a town with a college in it. I'm tired of the overpaid crybabies remark. I've been tired of it, to be honest with you. You had Terry Bradshaw so mad about John Elway for managing and dictating his own career. This is why. He didn't trust the Colts. And believe it or not, even with the 30 for 30 Elway to Marino out there are still people who think that John Elway was just being a pampered, spoiled little crybaby. It wasn't the case. Baltimore snuck that team in the middle of the night right on out of there, headed to Indianapolis. Elway was correct in his presumption. He didn't trust the management. He didn't trust Irsay. He thought they were lying and that they didn't have any clue about what they were doing, and he was correct. Bo Jackson, a host of others, Eli, they were all correct in wanting to manage and dictate their own careers. I'm not saying it doesn't come out with or come without risk. It absolutely comes with risk. But as long as they are viewed like this, as long as they are considered liabilities, come on, what do you think Patrick Mahomes is? Do you understand why these rules are being made in the NFL the way that they are? You pay somebody $500 million, you are going to want rules enforced that prevent major injury from occurring as much as you can. Because to an owner, to a GM, now you don't have Patrick Mahomes, the person out there. Hell, you don't even have Patrick Mahomes, the player out there. You have Patrick Mahomes, the $500 million asset / liability. And as long as they are considered liabilities and assets and not people, then why should they not also continue to decide, you know what, if they're going to treat it like a business, so am I. Saquon Barkley did it. A host of other players have done it. Okay, fine, man. I want more money. I'm not going to be in this game forever. I got to get it while I can. There are players out there that do not care about Super Bowl rings. And so what? Oh, he's chasing money, and then at the end of his career, he wants a ring. That's right. For the first 10 years, if he's going to get that far without being injured to a point where he can never play again, he better get his money while he can. It's not an obscene thing for an athlete to stick up for themselves. And Micah Parsons had every right to retweet it. J.J. Watt had every right to speak about it. All these athletes who are sticking up for themselves are well within their boundaries. This is the stuff that Dan Marino and a bunch of other guys in the 80s were fighting for. They were upset that there were players that were willing to replace them. And a lot of people looked at him and go, you guys want more money, you're being crybabies. They didn't just want more money. They wanted better health benefits. They wanted to be taken care of after their playing days were over. Guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but you can't play sports forever. Brady is an anomaly. At some point, you have to retire. Don't forget that it was the craziest thing in the world when John Elway was 39 years old, winning a Super Bowl and being the MVP of said Super Bowl. Because that very same season, Dan Marino got meleeed by the Jets in the playoffs. It doesn't come around every single time. You think quarterbacks like Mahomes and Elway and Brady and Montana and a host of select others are just hanging around street corners? They're not. And these people know this, and they take advantage of it 100%, and they know how to spin everything to the media, and they know how to protect their brand and their bargain. The NCAA has done it for years. protect their brand and their name and their image. That's all they care about, so that way they continue to bargain and leverage when you're not looking against the collegiate athlete. They deny them labor laws that would protect them in the event of an injury, to see to it that their medical is paid, that they receive workers' compensation. Kent Waldrop is the best example ever. Paralyzed, playing football for TCU. Denied workman's compensation. Never walked again. All right, everybody. I am Drew Duncan. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is all at Drew Duncan Radio. I am wherever you are listening to broadcasts. Simply tell your device to play the Drew Duncan Sports Show. Everybody stay safe, take care of yourselves, and have a wonderful rest of your night and or day.